Welcome to Making the Spiritual Practical with Veronica Drake, the channel where we help you live your spirituality with grace and clarity. Hey, happy end of January. Can you believe we're wrapping up the first month of a brand new energy? Well, we are, and boy, we're going out with a bang. I'm going to talk to you, give you some inside information, some intuitive information to help guide you through this huge celestial event, the super blood blue moon eclipse. Yep, it's a lunar trifecta. The supermoon is the moon as it orbits the earth in an eclipse. And that means that sometimes it comes closer to us than usual. And when the moon's closest approach coincides with a full moon, okay, it appears much larger and much brighter than the average moon. So we're having the eclipse and we have a full moon. Now the term blue moon has nothing to do with color. This term refers to the second full moon in a calendar month. Now, blood moon, this refers to a lunar eclipse where the moon is bathed in a beautiful red glow. So the sun, the earth, and the moon line up so perfectly that the earth's shadow literally blocks the sun. And this means that the moon turns reddish during the full eclipse. And what I want to simply say is this: what you are seeing when you see that is all of the world's sunrises and sunsets at that moment are reflected off the surface of the moon. How cool is that? Now, there's many reasons to pay close attention to this event. The energies surrounding this rare celestial event typically cause huge swings and powerful surges of energy in our life. Now, the reason I'm offering up this information to you, this insight, is so that you can be best prepared for this big cosmic event. So I would suggest you get your journals out, your soul journals, and take notes, document feelings, listen to this, watch this video a couple of times. But here we go. During this time, particularly this day, January 31st, I want you to expect old issues resurfacing, some drama, some previously thought things that you thought were closed. And know this, ultimately, closure is on the way with those events. Now, this is also the perfect time to start planning your long-term goals for your future. You want a new job, you want a new relationship, you want to change the place where you live. This day, this time is perfect for setting intentions that will call in what it is that you most want. So the energies are in alignment there. So I would encourage you, be very clear about what you want. Now, the moon will be seen shining a light. It's going to be as if the moon were hyper-focused on shining a light on these old, heavy energies that still remain in the shadow. And another way to say that is things that are left undone. Now, this is ultimately for emotional healing. It's going to help you release, transform, maybe neutralize these vibrational energies around you. Now, because there's a connection with the eclipse, I want you to recall February and August of 2017, because the eclipses are connected energetically. So what were you dealing with? What were you managing? What were you experiencing in February and August eclipse 2017? If you need to, go look the dates up. I believe August was the 21st. Whatever lessons were brewing for you around that time, you can bet are going to come up on an end now as we get out of this full blood moon. and you'll be able to bring closure and resolution to those energies. Now think back to what was stirring for you at those times, and put your intention out there to have things wrap up. Literally, I just saw the image of like a bow. You're tying it up, you're wrapping a bow around it. It may feel like it's long overdue, and indeed it is. So get your journals out, journal on that. Now, 2017, I guess for a lot of people, with what I deal with and how I see things for people in emails I've gotten, it was a very transformative year for a lot of people. And especially after the August eclipse. And that moment, that energy allowed things to move in a new direction. It's almost like the cosmos freed energy up. And so I want you to take time before this super moon, super blood moon, and that's before January 31st, to document what feelings and situations that you're ready to release. What are you ready to just let go of? Now, this super blood blue moon is not going to help bring resolution and closure, not only help bring resolution and closure to those issues from August and after, it's going to open up and set the tune, set the path to activate new energies that we're all going to be working through until the next eclipse, which comes up in July and August. So think of this time period right here, January 31st till the first eclipse in July. This is a cultivation, a creative cultivation period. You're letting something go and you're bringing something in. The energy is all around supporting the exiting of what's heavy in vibration and the entering of what is light. So when you think of eclipses, I want you to think illumination. It is the illumination is what the word is for this time period. Light is going to shine most brightly on what needs your attention. So do not discount anything. Now, I want to be clear about this. Pardon me. Light shining might mean you're going to keep experiencing the same thing over and over and over. It might mean that you're going to get the same lessons with many different teachers. It might mean you're going to see a theme. If there's something that is continuous, you can bet the light is honing in on it. Now, the moon, typically when we get the moon in the tarot cards, that represents our emotions, how we feel, our safety, our security. And during an eclipse, especially, our sense of security and comfort almost always feels shaken up. And I would say take this time to feel that energy and look inside and discover what it is that you're really, really fearing, and understand with the protection of this energy, especially, there really is nothing to fear. Your fears are an illusion, and once you shine the light on them, the illumination, they will begin to shrink. Now, this moon does fall in the fire sign of Leo, and it's really going to be guiding us, prompting us, pushing us to take charge of our lives and to step into the big dominant role of being the king of our own lives, taking charge, taking your power back. So I would also invite you during this time, notice where you're leaking power. This can attach to the fear energy. Wherever there's fear, you can bet there's a power leak. Now, as this full moon energy takes place, most of the actions are going to that you're going to take place are going to include clearing things out, letting things go, and that's going to have to be something that you're going to have to do willingly and set the intention to let it go. Now, even though fiery Leo is going to want us to act on it because move, 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 this time is also important to balance that. You're going to need to back up a little bit, okay? Take an overview and look at what needs your most basic level of attention. And then what needs your deep focused attention? You're going to see hidden truths. You're going to see buried emotions, and things are likely going to stir up. The only way that you can get in front of this, to manage this, is to be aware of it. And sometimes, most times I'll say, we do need to let things rise up and bubble inside of us before we take the action. So be proactive with this. Hear what I'm saying, feel these words, and then understand that you have the ability and the power to change the course. Now, eclipses are always, always emotionally charged times, okay? And this eclipse is going to increase your sensitivity. You may find yourself walking around on eggshells around other people. You may find yourself stinging from old wounds. You may feel like you're in a funk, okay? And just understand that if things get this intense or your sense of security is all over the place, you're in the presence of this eclipse. And remember that it's all up to you how you can handle and manage this energy to make positive changes in your life. So I hope that this brings comfort and peace to many of you. And if you like this and you want more, come on over to Making the Spiritual Practical, my free Facebook group. And of course, visit veronicadrake.com, where I'm all about making the spiritual practical. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share us with your friends. Let's make the spiritual practical.